Okay, students, the second question. Two objects of masses 100 gram and 200 gram are moving along the same line and direction with velocities of 2 meter per second and 1 meter per second respectively. They collide, and after the collision, the first object moves at a velocity of 1.67 meter per second. Determine the velocity of the second object. Read the questions 2-3 times and try to find out the quantities given in the question. Okay. And after getting the quantities, try to make a relation. Then only we can find out the velocity of the second object. So here in this question, we are using the formula for momentum. That is, momentum P is equal to mp. Here two bodies are there. Therefore, the momentum of the first body, that is P1, is equal to mass of the first body into the initial velocity of the first body. Clear? Yes. So, for the first body, the mass is given that 100 gram. It is given in gram. So, I just convert it into kilogram. Because it is momentum. So, it should be in kilogram meter per second. So, convert this 100 gram into kilogram. So, divided by 1000. So, mass of the first body into initial velocity of the first body is given that 2 meter per second. Therefore, 100 by 1000 into 2. Here the 0 cancel, then 10 by 100, which gives 0.1 into 2, that is 0.2 kilogram meter per second for the first body. It is before collision. Before collision, the momentum of the first body is 0.2 kilogram meter per second. Clear? Yes. Then the momentum of the second body before collision, that is P2, momentum of the second body, that is equal to mass of the second body into initial velocity of the second body. P2 is equal to m2 u2. So the mass of the second body is given that 200 gram, convert it into a kilogram. So 200 by 1000 into, to move with a velocity of 1 meter per second. Therefore into 1. Clear? So the momentum of the second body is equal to, which gives 0.2. 0.2 into 1. Initial velocity 1, which gives again 0.2 kilogram meter per second. So the momentum of the second body before collision is 0.2 kilogram meter per second. Clear? Yes. So the total momentum of the two bodies before collision, which gives momentum of the first body before collision, that is 0.2 plus momentum of the second body before collision, that is again 0.2. So 0.2 plus 0.2, which gives 0.4 kilogram meter per second. So it is the total momentum of the two bodies before collision. Clear? Yes. Then after collision, what the velocity changed from u to v. We have already studied the conservation of momentum. So the velocity changed from u to v. The mass is same. There is no difference. So after collision, the momentum of the first body, that is P1, is equal to m1, mass of the first body, into velocity of the first body. Here the velocity is changed. Right? Yes. So mass is again same. That is equal to 100 by 1000 into the velocity is changed to 1.67 meter per second. Therefore, 100 by 1000 into 1.67, which gives what? 0.1 into 1.67, that is 0.167 kilogram meter per second. Clear? This is the momentum of the first body after collision, that is 0.167 kilogram meter per second. Momentum of the second body after collision. Momentum of the second body, that is P2, is equal to mass of the second body, that is 200 gram, 200 by 1000 kg into, here the velocity is not there. That is what you want to find out here. Determine the velocity of the second object. Therefore, take it as a variable. So V2 meter per second. That is equal to 0.2 V2 meter per second. Okay? Yes. So here the total momentum after collision, the total momentum is equal to 0.167 for the first body plus 0.2 V2 for the second body. So we know that according to the conservation of momentum, total momentum before collision, which is equal to total momentum after collision. Okay. So the total momentum before collision, we know that is 0.4 kilogram meter per second. That is here. 0.4 is equal to total momentum after collision. This one. 0.167 plus 0.2. This one. 0.167 plus 0.2 V2. That is the momentum after collision. So here just take this quantity this side. 0.2 V2 is equal to 0.4 minus 0.167. Just rearranging the equation. Okay, so 2 V2 is equal to 0.4 minus 0.167, which gives 0.233. Okay, therefore V2 is equal to 0.233 divided by 0.2, which gives 1.165 meter per second. Therefore, the velocity of the second object is 1.165 meter per second. The unit is very, very important. Here it is velocity, therefore meter per second. Clear? Okay.